Hi, I am PixelPia and this is Creative AI Explorer and the series AI Challenge. In my last episode, we had 3 large language models to write an outline for the failed time traveler. We had Claude and Sonnet 4.5, ChatGPT and Gemini. After I ended filming, I went over them again and I have decided that we will move forward with the outline created by Claude. But we will try that outline in all 3 language models today. So with that said, let's move over to my computer. Here we are on my computer. This is the outline created by Claude and Sonnet 4.5. It's quite long. We have first a little description of the story of day 1. We have the outline with the 3 segments I wanted included. We have the suggested title, and we have her name, Dr. Iris Caldwell, and Claude's recommendation of point of view in this story. I have copied that and will send that prompt to each of our 3 AI tools: Sonnet 4.5, ChatGPT, and Gemini. What I have added to the outline is that I want each tool to write a 200-word first story on the outline. And here we are in Claude, and we get an explanation. I created Unmoored for you, Dr. Iris Caldwell's first day stranded in the modern area. The story follows your outline through discovery, smartphones and infinite knowledge, frustration, bureaucratic impossibility, and a small victory, pizza and human kindness. I kept it under 200 words as requested, maintaining Iris's distinctive voice, witty observations, parenthetical asides, and that wonderful tension between her intellectual brilliance and mundane helplessness. Her perspective makes the familiar wonderfully strange. Smartphones become knowledge rectangles, was wasted on cat videos, and medieval simplicity suddenly seems appealing after encountering modern bureaucracy. But ultimately, it's the pizza shop owner's uncomplicated kindness that gives her hope, proving something transcendent time itself. So let's take a look at Claude's story, Unmoored. I woke on a bench in Riverside Park to discover that humanity had archived the impossible. They crammed the sum of total human knowledge into pocket-sized rectangles, then used them primarily to watch cats fall off furniture. A teenager with purple hair, deliberate apparently, explained smartphones with the patience of a saint. 2 library hours later, I'd located a temporal physics journals I needed. The problem, assessing them, required Wi-Fi, which seemed to involve either blood sacrifice or a credit card. Documentation I conspicuously lacked. The phone store was worse. The clerk's requirement read like a temporal physicist's fever dream. ID, proof of address, social security number, email, possibly my blood type. I revolutionized causality, I told him, but I can't prove I live anywhere. He thought I was doing a bit. I left empty-handed, newly sympathetic to medieval peasants. By evening, I was staring through a pizza shop window with nothing but lint and a 1950s quarter when the owner caught me mid-explanation of temporal displacement theory. She interrupted. You look like you had a day. Sit. We talked, not about physics, about her daughter, about anchovies, acceptable obviously. When I left, I had pizza, her old smartphone, and something more valuable. Proof that human kindness requires no authentication. Day 1, survival rate 100%. Dignity around 23%. Tomorrow's priority, temporal recalibrator parts, phone charger, avocado toast investigation. The laws of thermodynamics still apply. That's something. So that was our first day of the story by Claude. Now let's see what ChatGPT gave us. Unmoored by Dr. Iris called I Woke on a Bench. Proof that discomfort transcends centuries. Around me, chrome mountains, people glued to glowing rectangles, and air perfumed with equal parts exhaust and fried sugar. Civilization, it seems, survived, though taste remains debatable. By noon, I'd learned the rectangles are smartphones, conduits to the internet, a planetary neutral net containing all human knowledge. I was ecstatic until I learned the dominant application was watching cats fail at gravity. 2 hours in the library, mercifully still real, revealed that physics survived as well, if buried under ads for miracle serums. To repair my temporal device, I need one of those rectangles and something called Wi-Fi. At the phone store, a youth with sculpted facial hair demanded more proof of existence than the Royal Society ever required. I tried, I'm a temporal physicist, but he only asked how many followers I had. None, I suppose, yet. Evening brought mercy in the form of pizza. The woman behind the counter listened, fed me, and after diagnosing time traveler as exhausted academics, handed me her old phone. Welcome, Doc, she said. Day 1, survival rate 100%, dignity questionable, humanity promising. The laws of thermodynamics still holds. That's something. Not as interesting as the Claude one, but still okay as a first draft. Let's look at Gemini. Unmoored. I woke on a park bench, uncomfortable but reliable in their discomfort accessed across millennia. The air here tasted of combustion and something unnervingly sweet. Towering glass monuments reflected the sky in dizzying repetition, and everyone walked, head bowed, towards a glowing rectangle in their hand. A helpful youth, bless her, explained smartphones and the internet. I was aghast. Humanity, she distributed access to the sum total of knowledge, and you use it to watch cats full of furniture. The true horror dawned in the library. I had everything I needed to calculate my temporal slip, but to access it, I required one of these arcane devices. The frustration of this era's tyranny of documentation quickly followed. A glazed-eyed store clerk, when asked to exchange a simple piece of tech for a 1950s quarter and an explanation of temporal displacement, required ID, proof of address, and several other fantastical proofs of existence. He dismissed my tale as a bit for social media. I left empty-handed, my dignity a scant 23% intact. My small victory came outside the pizza shop. Hungry and defeated, I found a woman with kind eyes and flour dusting her apron. I started to explain my temporal paradox, speaking too fast, but she simply interrupted. You look like you have had a day. Sit. She served me a slice, blessedly unchanged, the universal comfort, and then gave me her old phone. Welcome to the neighborhood, Doc, she said. I logged this note on my borrowed device. Human kindness thankfully requires no authentication. The laws of thermodynamics still apply. That's something. Well, out of these three, I am sure that the one I will keep on working with is this one in Claude, but I think I can pick some things from the other two. ChatGPT is the one I'm least excited about. But Gemini has a few interesting pieces, but this felt most alive. There are some things that really need to be changed. For example, I'm not sure that she has the word teenager in her vocabulary and some other things, but this part is a very good start to keep on working with, I think. And there are some very interesting parts we can use in my next video to create video. This story can make for some interesting video clip. So now our time traveler starts to feel real. We have built her design, her image, her tone, and now a little slice of her first day in the story. I am, just like in my last episode, gonna go over these first drafts again after and decide which one, or maybe even a combination of them, I will move forward with. And here is where editing comes in. This first draft is just a foundation, not the finish line. Every story needs your personal fingerprints. You have to take what AI gave you and reshape it until it sounds like you. That's how an idea and a draft, even when created with AI, becomes your story. I will do this off camera and I will show parts of it in my next video. And talking about my next video, next time we will try to create short little video clips that can carry this story. And again, we will test 3 different AI tools. We will try VO3 in Flow, the Google video tool. We will test Midjourney's video, and we will try Kling to see which one captured the world best. So if you have followed along during this series, why don't you take your outline, turn it into your story by editing? Read it out aloud. Imagine how she might sound and how the environment might look, and make it your personal interpretation. I am PixelPia, and this was Creative AI Explorer and the series The AI Challenge. I hope to see you back here next time, and as always, stay curious. Bye!